A boy's suggestion video goes viral after his celebrity crush accepts his invitation. In the beginning scene we are taken to the surest of Alex Allen's new film. The interviewer asks the sweetheart approximately the film, and he or she exhibits that it is approximately romance going with the topic. The reporter asks in which her boyfriend is, who is also her co-celebrity in that same film, but as she looks around she realizes that he is nowhere to be seen. Excusing herself, she goes via the gang until she in the end spots him with an actress she's no longer in excellent family members, along with her boyfriend being completely oblivious to their relationship. Informs her that Rebecca has asked him to be in one and all her films. Smiling devilishly, Rebecca comments on how her boyfriend have to get into some severe acting rather than being in Alex's silly little films having had sufficient. Alex grabs one of the cameraman's drinks and pours it throughout Rebecca's head. The blue liquid runs over her glamorous dress as she's left in shock. Notably, Alex's boyfriend stops mid-carpet to scold her approximately her conduct no longer most effective, that he finally ends up breaking apart together with her due to the fact she thinks she's above him. Earlier than he leaves, Alex asks him whether or not he loves her, and he admits that he most effective acted like he did tough. Heartbroken, Alex stands inside the center of the carpet now, not knowing a way to react as the paparazzi swarm her. On the opposite aspect of the country we see David and Mr. Walsh's magnificence as the belle jewelry. David struggles to capture up to Peg, however as soon as he does he ends up embarrassing himself. He asks her to be his date for promenade night very awkwardly, however she rejects him, claiming that she already has a date. The entire time David's excellent friend Heidi watches, and he or she cannot help however balk at the scenario. Disenchanted in himself, David claims that he'll never find a date due to the fact everybody has rejected him. In place of encouraging him, Paige advises him not to move at all, because he may not be having a good time with anyone. However, David thinks that it's his last risk to depart a mark in his school. He is bored with being a loser and wants to turn out to be one of the popular youngsters. Paige doubts that there is something he can do to exchange his repute. Even asking a star like Alex Allen wouldn't help him. Hearing her say that right away gives him an concept. Rushing via the school halls, he reveals an area to sit down and watch Alex's trendy interview. Mr. Walsh walks down the steps when he notices David sitting on the steps. He asks him no longer to neglect his homework subsequent class as he walks beyond him. However, David runs after him to ask for a favor. He explains the entire state of affairs, and Mr. Walsh comes to a decision to help him. Searching around, he tests the area before sharing his mystery with David. Pulling out an ebook from his bag, he fingers it to David with a smile on his face. It takes him some time to discern out that Mr. Welsh is the writer of the ebook of poetry, but as soon as he does, he receives excited and thank you him for the assist. Matters aren't looking so super as we are taken to Hollywood. Alex sits in her bed, rewatching the incident from the red carpet. All of a surprising, her publicist comes in and attempts to talk a few positivity into her as she's pulling up the blinds. Paige reminds her that there are numerous people who care about her. Consequently, she need to rise up and start overlaying hopelessly in bed. Alex claims that everybody's used her in some way, and that she can't keep a relationship in real existence. Paige tries to comfort her by telling her that the people on the net love her, but Alex palms her the tablet wherein she is going through a few nasty remarks. Having a wonderful attitude, Paige claims that they simplest need right exposure to kind things. Out as she's scrolling via the net, she sees a video from an excessive faculty pupil that has long gone viral. They play the video and watch David as he goes through a segment before serenading Alex with a romantic poem at the cease. He shows the bouquet to the camera as he invites her to be his promenade date. Alex chuckles and feedback on how cute the gesture is but claims that she won't attend simply as she says that she receives a name from her agent and all wish rises once more, but as she hangs up she well now shows that he had provided her to shoot a industrial for dog meals in the long run. She in the end agrees to assist David out. David wakes up disappointed inside the morning as there is nevertheless no solution from Alex. His mother offers him a reality test, reminding him that Alex is a busy actress. His sister concurs as well, calling him a no person as compared to Alex as she continues her speak, approximately the whole thing being a waste of time. The doorbell rings and she goes to get it. Starting the door she sees Alex and Paige status in the front of her. Shocked, she slams the door in their faces and runs lower back to the kitchen to tell David and their mother. Careworn Paige and Alex stand in front of the door wondering whether or not they are at the incorrect deal with David. Opens the door. Quickly dressed up in a tie they get brought and Alex, shall we him recognize that she accepts his invitation as bold as she will to make it appearance exciting to the camera. They get in her and David's mother begins displaying her vintage photos. But David does not suppose that it is a great concept. His little sister, Devon, chimes in, making fun of David for being unpopular. Ignoring her mean comment, Paige informs everybody that she'll be doing interviews with every member to make it an authentic story. Their father rushes down the stairs and exits speedy to get to work. However, he's swarmed with paparazzi in front in their house. He returns back to ask what's happening. That is whilst Heidi walks in from the again door. Stopping in her tracks, she takes to the air, her sunglasses taken aback as she realizes that Alex has said sure. They tempo from side to side, attempting to determine out a way to keep away from the paparazzi. When Paige asks how they even determined out that they had been there, feeling guilty, Devon admits to tweeting about their visit online. Their hassle is solved quickly after Paige comes up with a exceptional idea. They end up switching Alex's and hides close and letting Alex leave from the again door earlier than she leaves. David thanks her for coming and she assures him that it would be great. As she runs around seeking to reach a signal on her smartphone, an automobile finally ends up hitting her. Mr. Welsh comes out of the car at once with his student A, apologizing profusely to Alex. Thankfully, the handiest factor broken is her cell phone and she's high quality. The pupil keeps apologizing, even as begging Mr. Welsh not to flunk her because she could get in hassle at home. However, he could Alex determine before she says whether or not the student deserves some type of punishment. Mr. Welsh asks for her call, which she lies about, claiming that she's Alexandra Malinsky. The scholar concurs to stroll home, so Mr. Welsh offers her experience on their manner to the resort. He activates the radio for a few song. However, as soon as the host mentions the huge celebrity on the town, she shuts it off, frightened of being exp boast. Given the silence, he tries to make small communicate. However, she stays secretive. He maintains searching at her and he or she assumes that he's trying to apprehend her. However, he informs her that she has a leaf on her hair. As they come at the hotel, he stops her earlier than leaving and asks whether she's all the way down to grasp a cup of espresso occasionally, given that they have gotten off on the incorrect foot. Taking her shades off, she asks him once again whether or not he is sure he would not know her, and he claims that they have got by no means met. Satisfied that the man would not know anything about her, she decides to offer him a shot. They visit the cafe and after Getting coffee he opens up approximately being within the military, after which getting a task as a instructor proper as he asks her to mention something approximately herself. David comes on the television, getting all of us interest. Mr. Welsh is ready to show around to Pierre what the fuss is about while she grabs his head and kisses him, greatly surprised he would not recognize what to mention, so she apologizes earlier than getting her stuff and leaving fast. Stepping into the condominium, she is greeted with the aid of Paige, bombarding her with questions as to in which she's been. Alex suggests her telephone, letting her recognize that she has broken, but every other one now not listening to something she's saying. Alex blurts out that she's kissed a random man, and that man is Mr. Walsh. Paige starts off evolved, panicking as she scolds her for doing unspeakable matters. Her biggest worry is him going to the press. However, Alex assures her that he won't, because he would not even realize her. Paige would not want to listen any of it. She asks her to live far away from the man too, which Alex agrees. The following morning, we see them at the Predominance workplace, anxiously watching for the major to come as a substitute. Imply searching sharp guy walks into the workplace and the air intensifies. However, the pointy demeanor falls off as he sits down and excitedly pronounces that Alex is extra then welcome to be part of promenade. Quickly after, Mrs. Wish walks in and famous that she has to go through the logistics earlier than they allow Alex to be a part of prom. However, Paige assures her that she's got it. Alex asks them now not to present her any special treatment, however, to deal with her like each other scholar. Paige's eyes widen as she receives a concept that might alternate the whole thing. She suggests Alex goes to classes the same as the other scholar so she can be treated similar.